What's up, guys? Sleeps here with another episode of Nonstop Nationalities, and you're probably wondering right now, why are we in FUTWIZ? The reason for that being is that I accidentally sold the squad that you're seeing before your eyes right now. I sold them for I don't know what reason. I guess I just was not thinking. I realized I had to do this commentary, but I don't know. My brain just wasn't working properly at the time, and I just sold them all, so I couldn't put the team before you like I normally would in a live commentary style. So I figured I'd keep this part, pretty short and show you guys the team. At least you get a look at the squad. So obviously we're on FUTWIZ, Mexican team in a 4-3-3, and this team was actually very good. We got 5 informs, good rare silver players. So let's start as our goalkeeper, Ochoa. He wasn't anything special. I think you'd be just fine getting the normal one. I paid $11,000 for him. I mean, he's really cheap, so if you want to give him a try, it's definitely not going to cost you a lot. Moreno was pretty solid as well. He cost me 16,000 coins, but he's good. He definitely was needed back there because he's a lot bigger than our other center back, who this guy's only 5'7". And we'll get on to Fuentes. The reason I got him is because obviously he has 80 pace, and although he's only 5'7" and would get beaten in the air a lot, I would say that his pace made up for it. I mean, I guess you can't have it all unless you're like Thiago Silva. So I decided, you know what, his pace is pretty nice, so let's just keep him in there. And he actually did fairly well. I really don't have complaints for him. Estrada at our right back, very solid, 89 pace, 70 defending. And our other fullback, Velarde, 85 pace, 66 defending. My only complaints is that I felt like they really seemed to bomb up the wings like Dani Alves style and like barely ever defended. So I was very susceptible to counterattack. So I don't know. That's just something you're going to have to look out for if you end up making this squad. Our center mid over here on this left-hand side, Bermudez, really good. 4-star skills. I think 4-star weak foot. He's quick. He's got good dribbling. And I scored some very good goals with him. And he made excellent runs. He always seemed to show up when I needed him and pop a shot from outside the box. He was very good. Out of all the midfielders, I'd highly recommend you go ahead and pick him up. Our other CM over here, Valdez, he was okay. He wasn't anything spectacular, but he did show up. He scored a couple goals, and I felt he was pretty good because he seemed to work from box to box more than Bermudez, that's for sure. And Salcido, he's more of our defensive midfielder. He's got the decent defending and decent heading stats. He's solid. I think he's like 5'10", so he does win balls in the midfield. And I feel he was a necessary player. I always like to have a holding midfielder, and I chose Salcido to do that. Now, to our front three, we'll start off with Team of the Season, Vela. He was actually okay. I wouldn't say he was anything spectacular, but I definitely wouldn't say he's just bad. He showed up. He scored his goals. He definitely feels quick. His shooting is very good. I paid 85,000 coins for him, so I'm not really too disappointed because he really wasn't all that expensive for a Team of the Season. But all I want to say is that he was nothing spectacular. His free kicks are pretty decent as well. I actually scored a really nice free kick from like 40 some odd yards out, but I wasn't recording at the time, which is a damn shame because it was a really nice goal. Guardado, on the other hand, I think you should just get the normal version. I paid 27,000 coins for my inform, and he scored 1 goal in I think like 15 games or something like that. It was really bad. Sometimes he got a couple assists here and there, but overall his impact just wasn't really good. He seemed to, I don't know if he has high work rates because he seemed to defend a lot as well. So Guardado, I'd recommend you get the normal version. But the main man in the middle here, Hernandez, this guy is amazing. Okay, if there's one player you need to have, and yes, the inform, you should get the inform, it is Hernandez. He is a monster. He is just a beast. He scores definitely the most goals out of everybody in this entire squad, which is a little weird for me because usually in a 4-4-3-3 I score most of my goals with the wingers, and the striker gets a goal every here and there. But Hernandez, he doesn't score the prettiest of goals, but he's just like he is in real life. He just gets goals out of nowhere, just poachers goals, and he was very good. I think he had some return like 20 or 22 goals in like 15 games. He was very good. I highly recommend him, and I think I paid 85,000 coins for him, and I definitely do not regret it. His pace is great. I wouldn't say he's the strongest player. I mean, he's for sure isn't a Damjanovic, but he is very hard to knock off the ball. He's very quick. He's good in the air. He's got 88 jumping, and he is just an all-around very good striker. I'd highly recommend you have Hernandez. So that's it for the look at the squad, and now we're going to get into some of the highlights. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with some of the highlights from our midfielders. Valdez and Bermudez were actually really good. attacking wise. Valdez more defensive wise. Bermudez obviously get himself a lot of goals. He does come originally as a center attacking mid, and his attacking prowess was really good, but Valdez wasn't too bad. I saw that first goal was fairly nice, and this one with the left foot outside of the box. And back to Bermudez though, with the 4-star skills. He is a cam, like I said, so if you want to get him as a CM, he's going to cost you a little bit more. He cost me, I think he actually cost me 12,000 coins, but I feel I overpaid. I think you can definitely get him cheaper, maybe like 8 to 10,000 coins, but he was well worth it. I don't even regret overpaying. That shot was very nice coming in off the crossbar, and I highly recommend you try this player out. Even if you're not going to make a Mexican team, just fit him in some kind of squad, maybe make some kind of hybrid, whatever you do. I highly recommend that you try out this silver. He's very good, 4-star skills are nice, and he just pops up where you need him. This next clip, I think he shows off a little bit of skills, nothing too crazy, but a nice little fake shot. 2 Berber spin, and then the finesse shot on this one was actually really good. You're going to see he didn't have much time, manages to put it on there and just flick it into the corner. Bermudez was a very good player. Definitely give him a try. And our next goals are going to come from Hernandez, and this is probably the best goal I managed to score with him, and it's not even anything that crazy. Just a nice finesse shot from outside the box. You know, it's not too often that these shots actually work in FIFA 13, as the finesse shot is absolute garbage in this game. But none of his goals are really like pretty goals, I guess you can say. They're just goals where they're just scrappy goals. He just gets himself in the box, and once he's in the box, he just scores. I believe he has the poacher trait in this game, and if he does, it definitely does show, because this guy just scores somehow, some way, and he just scores scrappy goals consistently. So I don't know if I'd call it luck. This guy, let's just put it this way, Hernandez makes his own luck, basically. He just scores when he's in the box one way or another, and his heading is actually really good. Right here, he beats Subotic in a situation where it looks like Subotic should have beaten him, and he actually wins the header and scores. So he's very consistent. He's going to score you a lot of goals, and he'll just do it one way or another. Here's another scrappy goal, left-footed, near post. His finishing, I'm not really too sure what his finishing was, but I think it's like in the high 80s, so he will put away his chances. And then here we got some goals from Vela, which, as I said, weren't too great. I think the best goal I got with him was the clip that I saved for the end. But quickly, I wanted to say, guys, that make sure to drop comments on this video, because I will be picking a country randomly from the comments. So if there's a country you want to see in the future, make sure to drop a comment, and I will randomly pick one to be featured in the next episode. I figure that's going to be fun to do it like that from now on. So that's going to be it for me, guys. If you guys are enjoying this series, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to leave comments, and thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.
It's a hopeful shot, and he's done it. Well, that's a fantastic goal and a fantastic time for the club, because it gives them just a little bit of margin for error in this vital match. A draw would be enough to stop them going down, but now they lead, and it's a wonderful response for them in a pressure match.